It's promo time. Seems to be that way in the afternoons these days. The Moose is meandering, as is its way, and we are in Forres today. Forres on the Murray Coast, or close to the Murray Coast, near Finton. And later on, we will be visiting one of Murray's finest songwriters, and she is going to be our host for the open mic this evening. We've got a special Beltane Fire in the Garden open mic on iMTV. So I've got a little graphic here to illustrate what is happening. It's the Global Village open mic. And I'm going to start doing this every Friday. We've got a full lineup. Well, space for one more if anybody's watching this and they fancy it or they know somebody that is. That's where the open mic happens or did happen. That's the lady that does the open mic here. That's Sophie Bonadia. That's Matt Morrow. He is in Glasgow. He'll be joining us in the Moose. That's Sophie's beautiful open mic series that got locked out for the lockdown. So we'll talk to her about that. We'll also get a couple of songs in her back garden, at least a couple. That's the Eagle Sessions, which my good friend Eric organised. There's Sophie strutting her stuff at the Eagle Sessions, and they reckon that the Eagle Sessions might even be back in the 27th of May. I was talking to Eric a bit earlier on, so that's pretty good news. We've got some live music tonight, actual live music from Sophie's garden with a Beltane Fire as well. I can't think of a better company to be in for Beltane than Sophie Bonadia. I'm going to play the Moose session that she did last. Well, it was the 19th January on the 2019. Just as a little reminder how fabulous she is, and I just pulled this off of Facebook, and it's something in the region of 3,500 hits that Sophie has achieved with that video. So that tells you something of her popularity out with this area. She's a world Stravager. She's been across Australia and spent a fair bit of time in Austin, Texas as well, and has that Texan vibe about her music. So looking forward to catching up with her later on, and I'll leave you in the company of Sophie Bonadia in the Moose just a couple of years ago now. To find the feed. Okay guys, we're live. This is Sophie Phillips with me. Sophie's going to sing us some songs, and we're going to talk about her extraordinary journey that has brought her to the Highlands of Scotland, and some of the stuff that she is doing here as well. So we're going to do all of that in just a minute. Right now I'm about to share this broadcast, and please, if you're watching, and when you are watching, if you're enjoying it, please do share it. Let's get an audience. Sophie's got a lot of good stuff happening, so we want to let her talk about that, and particularly her music. We're going to be highlighting her music. Sophie, I'm sorry, just talk amongst yourself while I do this. So share to page I manage. This is a Medicine Show Radio Moose mobile broadcast from the European Moose, the first one since we got back, and I'm delighted to be in a position to do this. The American Moose. I'll keep my eye on that. I didn't realise there was such a long lead in. Sorry about that, but we'll go back to get a song from Sophie before the promo's over. I have to tell you, however, we have got Matt Morrow from Coosty coming on this evening, and as part of the Global Village open mic, and we also have Lazarus Nichol who probably was about the last one that we did a moose session with while we were in Texas. Laz is from Austin, Texas, and organizes his own house concert and a whole heap of other stuff to support musicians as they come through Austin, Texas. So we'll get an insight into what's happening in Austin, Texas in this tentatively post-COVID restriction era, at least the relaxation of restrictions era, which allows us to enjoy a campfire, Beltane fire with Sophie Bonadia this very evening. So there's Matt's. Let's see there. Let's do that. There's Matt's link for later on. Matt Morrow, fabulous fingerstyle blues picker and great songwriter and main songwriter of, I'd say main, he's a co-songwriter of Kusti, and a good friend of the Medicine Show, musician in residence at the Belladrum Potting Shed stage, of course, and he'll be with us at 7:30 this evening. There's Sophie, she's started. Let's get back to her.
Sitting on your porch at midnight, you were watching me smoke all your cigarettes. Telling stories in the moonlight, you whisper slow and low, baby, we ain't over yet. You tell me we could stay this way forever now, like we don't have a clue. You'd make forever sound so easy when you'd hold me, and you'd do that thing you do. Yeah, we were young and wild and foolish, ignoring trouble like we can't read the signs. These days I only think of you when I'm drinking, but these days you know I seem to be wasted almost all of the time. Okay, well, most of the time. So I said, lie, don't bright my eyes, don't come too soon. And I said, night, tell me your lies, sweet Texas moon. Fight. No, I can't lie to you. So I will stay here one more night. Damn Texas. I said, night, don't cry my eyes, don't come too soon. And I said, night, tell me your lies, sweet Texas moon. I stay here one more night. Damn Texas.
Beautiful. Sophie Fullard here in the Moose, and aka Bonadia, Sophie Bonadia, recording the Moose a couple of years ago, and will be hosting the open mic, which is what she's good at. She's been hosting open mics for years all across the planet, and particularly here in Forres with her music meetup open mic nights, and bless her, we'll be able to talk about that. They were going strong right up until the lockdown locked us out, and well, the Mosset Tavern is open now with the beer garden, so I'm wondering if there might be an opportunity for the real live open mics to come back. We'll talk to Sophie about that. She has that Texas connection, so later on we've got Lazarus Nickel, who's going to join us live from Austin as well. So there'll be a bit of chat about Austin and how they're all coming out of lockdown. Seem to be a little bit ahead of the curve in that regard in Texas. We'll talk to Laz about the effect of the last year on the live music capital of the world. Let's face it, I don't know, can't imagine Austin, how Austin's coped with that live music, but there you are. We've all had to, but not tonight, because one garden will have one Beltane fire, and there'll be one happy pilgrim pulling up at Sophie's place tonight, and you're all welcome virtually through the Moose. There's this little graphic again for you. Okay, guys, see you then. It's 7:30, that is BST, British summertime, and it feels like summer today, and also 1:30 in Central Standard Time in Texas. And yes, Matt Morrow will be joining us, as well as Lazarus Nickel. We've got room for one more. And well, Laz is saying that he might be joining us right now. So I'll maybe keep talking for a little while to see if Laz is joining us. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Chat frame's open if you want to leave any comments. If you actually want to sign up for this evening's open mic, we're open for business. Just pop us a note in the chat frame, and I can send you a link right now, the same link as it will be broadcasting on later this evening. You can come say hi and say what you're up to while we're live on there. I'm holding for Lazarus. Let's just text him. This makes great television, doesn't it? Holding live for you, Laz. Join us. one finger texting. That's a generational thing. That's what makes my generation, my generation. We can't use two thumbs. We just can't. If you notice, nobody of my generation has the ability to use two opposing thumbs at the same time. That's how life is progressing. That is evolution, folks. Two thumbs. There's Laz, I think. Let's bring him in. Lazarus. Oh, damn, you're naked. Sorry. But no, you're not.
I'm here.
It's just, there you are.
There I am. Very cool.
I'm gonna pull myself in as well. We're just having a little promo for this evening's open mic. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for just being fabulous anyway, and all manner of things. We'll get a chance to catch up with all of Austin, because you know all about Austin, don't you?
Absolutely. Austin's waking back up.
Yeah. We all seem to be like, there's a bit of sleep in the eyes, though. Is there in Austin, or is it just come alive?
No. The truth, what's funny is it sort of the outskirts, believe it or not, the Fredericksburgs and the Bastrop and the,
I've noticed, yes.
Kind of kept the live music going a little bit, but that's sort of, I think we've demonstrated that it's almost 2 months after the governor, opened things up, who was a little more conservative. We have a more liberal mayor for the city of Austin. He was a little more hesitant, but I think everything's pointing in the right direction. So I'm starting to see a good deal of the singer-songwriter world start to do it live again. Most of these are outdoor shows, which we can do here in Texas, but music is starting to come back alive. Absolutely.
Yeah, but well, you're ahead of us in Texas for that. But even in Scotland, I mean, I just had and I love just saying this. I just went out for a drink and dinner with a couple of friends. Like, just to say that is like wonderful after what we've all had to endure.
Absolutely.
And that just came back this week. So, and outdoors, only outdoors at the moment, and socially distanced, of course. But it's just great that we can sit down and actually start talking about doing little live sessions and things. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to take you to see Sophie Bonadia, who was an Austin resident for 3 years.
Right on.
And cut her songwriting teeth all across Australia as well, but I ended up in Austin for a little while. She now lives in Forres and has invited you, me, and the rest of the global village to her garden this evening to have a Beltane fire and some songs.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing this evening. So I'll be back here. Well, it's afternoon for you. I'll be back here at 7:30. British summer time, and that means 1:30 yourself. What time is it just now? It's a bit early, isn't it, Laz?
10:30 Texas time.
Is it? Is that too early to sing, do you think?
Is it too early to sing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you asking me?
Yeah, I was asking you.
Oh, sure.
Because I saw the guitar there, I thought it might be a nice idea.
I'll play this. Why not? Here, let's see how this. Is it sound good?
Well, this will stand as a sound test.
Sound test.
This is a sound check, and there's folks watching it, so that's the same as, just imagine it's the same as a sound check in the Delhi, in the New World Delhi, because there's always folks watching that as well.
Absolutely, right on. I wrote this, so speaking of things kind of opening up here in Texas a little bit, I was down in Galveston at the old Quarter Acoustic Cafe maybe about a month ago, and got to see Rex Bell. I think he's back. He and Janet are back in Arkansas, but he was down for a while, so it was nice to get to see him and Tex, and everyone there was really cool. So this was an inspiration of some late night drinking out on the seawall. La 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 la. Please won't you cry me a river? We'll play us a tune, even if only a sliver. I'll make my way too soon. Neath the light of that Galveston moon. La 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 la. Please won't you cry me a river? Play your guitars, your belt buckles of silver, and these honky-tonk bars. Well, they shine just like the Galveston stars. La 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 la. Please won't you cry me a river? Let your radio play. Well, shiver me timbers. I think I'm sailing away. Just like the nights out on Galveston Bay. La 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 la. All right.
Nice. I would say that's working. That old seawall at Galveston must be nice after the intense heat of Austin, Texas, to get away down there for a night.
I think it could be my favorite town in Texas. That's a magical place right there for sure.
Yeah, there's quite a music strip there as well, isn't there?
Oh,
well, there was.
Still there. I mean, I stubborn. It's a stubborn Texas town.
Yeah,
the music's not going to go anywhere. And Joel, who's kind of taken over the old quarter, that dude has stubbornly kept that thing going. And if you go to their Facebook page and you see who's playing in the next 3 months, then you'll know that music is alive and well in Galveston, Texas, because it's unbelievable.
Is that Joe McCall?
That is. No.
It is. No. Joe's at the deli, the New World Deli.
I'm of course from Joel's last name.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Joel Mora.
Cool. Yeah. Well, good luck to him. Good luck to you. And the old quarter, while we're talking about it, I mean, that's Texas royalty that's come through there over the years with Townes Van Zandt. They're all everybody got a good start through that venue.
And the next round of legends, Mary Gaucher's playing there. Jamie Harris is going to play there. Jamie Lynn Wilson's playing this summer. Matt Harlan. The list goes on and on of just all those amazing Texas singer-songwriters that are still making that place, magical. Yeah, well,
let's hope it's going to all start filtering out to the rest of the world again. We're going to do the best that we can and filter out at least yourself and Sophie with a bit of a Texas vibe tonight. And we've got Matt Morrow, who I don't think you you have yet been introduced properly to Matt Morrow, but Matt's our musician in residence on the Potting Shed stage at Belladrum, which you're going to have to come to as soon as you can. And he's beautiful blues fingerstyle guitarist. So the two of you are going to get on like a house on fire. And he had.
When do you guys think Belladrum's going to happen again, Rob?
It isn't happening this year.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately. But what we're going to do, it's all postponed, and they're holding on to the artist for 2022, holding on to the contracts and allowing people to hold on to their ticket or cash them in if they can't make it then. For this year anyway. But what we're going to do, we're moving our little stage to a croft on the Black Isle, and we're seeking licenses to have a drive-in, bring your own pod style festival, bring your own bubble style festival, and in a field. So I was through talking to Eric, who does our PA today, so we're gearing up for all of that. We're trying to find out if we can get a Bluetooth transmitter that will hit everybody's car radios and that, keep it as safe and as socially distanced as possible to get the license, so that we can stage it. That will be the same weekend, July, the last weekend of July. But Charlie Roth has already booked his ticket. He's coming over in September. And awesome. And Noel Mackay, who I've got on here on Monday, they're advertising availability for September as well, and they'll be coming to the Highlands. Him and Brennan Lee. So it just feels a whole lot better. Just even to talk about the fact of having a gig here and there is. Well,
man, you got Charlie Roth coming to your house, your hood. That means music is alive as well. If you got Charlie. That
exactly, and what Charlie brings is just good time and joy, and that's what we need. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's what music's good for. So we'll have a bit more of that later on. Thanks to everybody who's joined us for this little impromptu chat. It's a promo for our Global Village open mic later on tonight. Sophie Bonadia is hosting that around her Beltane fire in her garden. Matt Morrow's coming. We've got Laz, and we have room for somebody else. So just ping me on Facebook and that messenger thing if you fancy joining us at 7:30 with your guitar. Otherwise, everybody else is welcome. Please come along. Nice to see you, Laz.
You too. It's wonderful.
Can't wait until it's actually in person, and we'll get a longer chat later on.
Absolutely.
All right, brother.
All right.
Thanks again.